on board this human interest train with stops at different stations of life. I am Jennifer Igwe, your host, urging you to sit tight as we follow stories, events, and inventions. Top on our lineup is an update on the toddler who allegedly died as a result of corporal punishment meted out to him by his teacher. This case is amplifying debates in different quarters as to the effectiveness of corporal punishment as a means of child discipline, particularly for toddlers. Then low value for life and moral decadence have reached unbelievable and frightening levels today, especially among youths. Although many young people are making remarkable impact and contributing to the growth of their communities and the nation, some have told paths that simply wreak evil. How did we degenerate to such moral bankruptcy? Our correspondent has a feature that highlights the pointers. Now, talking of pointers, but this time a positive one, we are featuring an invention by a young Nigerian that can alert farmers when the soil is dry. Now, using technology to analyze soil condition will assist farmers better feed the nation. Exciting news. Stay tuned to find out how this creation by a youth works. We'll also be celebrating the return of our rich cultural heritage that were taken away from our nation as far back as 1897. Yes, including tourism, vibes, and wedding bells. Our halt for our first stop, and my colleague Claire Adelabu Abdurazak is waiting to take over control. Claire, over to you.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And just before I bring you the news, let me quickly remind you that you can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live. And on YouTube channel, also NTA News Online. You can also visit our Twitter handle, and it's at NTA News Now. Facebook page is NTA Network News, and on Instagram, we are NTA Network for all your updates. And so let's begin the news with election matters, and Governor Gboyega Oyetola has been declared winner of the All Progressives Congress governorship primary election in Osun State. Announcing the result at the party secretariat in Osogbo, chairman of the election committee and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak says Governor Oyetola polled 222,169 out of the 235,550 votes cast. Here is Femi Afariogun with the rest of the report.
Wait, few minutes to 1 in the morning, the returning officer for the Osun APC governorship primary election and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak commenced the process of collating results. Governor Oyetola, former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives Lason Yusuf, and former Secretary to the State Government Moshood Adeoti just stood for 235,550 votes cast in a direct primary, eventually won by Governor Oyetola in all the 30 local governments of the state.
I, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, Chairman, Primary Election Committee, hereby certify that Adegboyega Isiaka Oyetola, having secured the highest number of votes cast in the Osun governorship primary elections, that is hereby declared winner.
Meanwhile, Governor Gboyega Oyetola has called for unity in the party to achieve victory during July governorship election.
For me, we're all winners. I therefore extend my hand of fellowship to the other aspirants to join me as we prepare for the July election. Well, brothers, let us join hands to build the Osun of our dream.
With APC primary election gone, the focus of the party is now on July 2022 governorship election. Afariogun, NTA News.
And in other stories, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development directs immediate delivery of food and non-food items to victims and says government is intensifying efforts to educate IDPs on how to avert fire incidents. All right, engaging in regular exercises may not be a one-size-fits-all solution to all medical conditions, but it sure comes in handy as a cheaper way of preventing various health challenges. Now, cardiovascular diseases and other stress-induced ailments are among conditions medical experts say regular exercises may help to check. And it is in this regard that members of the Rotary Club of Lekki Phase 1, District 9110 in Lagos are advocating regular routine of physical exercises. Adini Taiwo was there.
Fast-paced and highly congested environment such as Lagos State, high prevalence of heart-related conditions such as cardiovascular disease is often stress-induced. Medical experts want residents to choose the prevention option by adopting regular physical exercise as a lifestyle. Members of the Rotary Club of Lekki Phase 1, District 9110 Nigeria are queuing behind this message with a roadwork in Lagos to call attention to the health benefits of regular exercise, thereby promoting public health.
Cardiovascular disease generally most often do not have symptoms. They are silent diseases, you understand? And it is prevalent in our environment, usually among the elderly. We know that with routine exercise and other form of exercise, it may help to prevent some of these diseases.
Even if it's 30 minutes a day work, they should do. It's very, very important. It helps you. And also, as you try to keep healthy, you must make sure that your environment is clean.
We incorporated sanitation. So you could have seen us picking up all the debris on the road so that we keep our environment cleaner.
Young Jason Oku took part in the Walk for Life. Even at age 7, he sees the nexus between routine physical exercise and immunity against some diseases.
That's why all these COVID-19 Omicron are coming.
I'm advocating now. I'm saying to all of you out there, so that we can live long, happy and healthy, I encourage everyone to try and walk.
As a member of the Rotary Club International, Rotary Club of Lekki Phase 1, District 9110 Nigeria has since its establishment on June 29, 2008 been making a difference, especially in the areas of fighting diseases and promoting peace. In Lagos, Adini Taiwo, NT News.
And always remember to consult your doctor first before engaging in physical exercises. Let's move on to Katsina State, where the police command has neutralized 2 suspected bandits and rescued 8 kidnapped victims after a gun battle at a village in Malamfashi local government area of the state. Addressing newsmen on the development, the command's public relations officer, Superintendent of Police, Gambo Issa, says 4 of the rescued victims are nursing mothers. And Haliru reports.
A month now, activities of banditry and kidnapping are at lowest ebb in Katsina owing to the intensified efforts of the security operatives in the state. However, the police public relations officer of the Katsina Command, Superintendent Gamba Issa, says the suspected bandits were neutralized after kidnapping 4 nurse mothers from Gandun Karfi village of Malamfashi local government area. Items recovered from the neutralized bandits include 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 Boxer motorcycle, and rustled cattle.
They were on their way into the forest through Kankara local government area of the state. DPO Kankara was quickly alerted and detailed to block the hoodlums. He succeeded in doing that.
SP Gamba Issa explained that while the command is doing everything possible to reunite the rescued kidnapped victims with their families, security operatives are still on the trail of other suspected bandits who escaped into the forest with gunshots. In Katsina, Awal Haliru, NTA News.
And operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have foiled an attempt by a syndicate to push fake $4.7 million cash into the Nigerian economy. Now, this followed the interception of a consignment at the Abuja area of the FCT on February 18, 2022, earlier sent from Lagos to Abuja. However, a 52-year-old suspect was arrested in connection with the seized parcel, and both the cash and suspects are in custody custody to be transferred to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for further investigation. Meanwhile, the agency has also arrested 3 suspects of illicit drug trafficking with over 300 kilograms of illicit drugs to include cannabis sativa, tramadol, diazepam and pentazocine injection, as well as ampules, among others, in Kwara and Adamawa states. Now, February 20 every year is International Day commemorating air crash victims and their families. Now, it is usually a very solemn affair to ensure that the mental, physical and spiritual well-being of victims involved in civil aviation accidents and their families are considered. Our aviation correspondent Emmanuel Ayemiro reports that in Nigeria, the Accident Investigation Bureau is using the platform of the day to build safety consciousness among stakeholders.
The timeliness of crucial detail to us about what is happening. There's so much confusion at that time. Nobody knows what's going on. We are calling everybody, and it's so unsettling.
This concerned by Eric Briggs, a representative of air crash victims, is one among other germane issues like inadequate compensation to victims, their family members, and survivors. Aware that the devastations can be total loss, the need to raise the consciousness of aviation stakeholders on industry safety and best practices to ensure avoidable crashes is imperative.
Safety, like security, is the responsibility of all parties, all the stakeholders in the industry, the airlines, the ground handlers, the crew, the passengers, everybody.
To meet ACAO's recommendation in supporting the victims' families and survivors, the AIB is considering a family assistance program to meet the recommendation.
I believe that irrespective of the scale of an accident, the victims and their families should receive appropriate and timely assistance.
It is on record that since 1968 to date, a total of 2,038 deaths have been recorded in Nigeria. Despite the losses, aviation is still considered the safest. Emmanuel Ayemiro, NTA News.
And news just in says 9 people have been confirmed dead in a ghastly motor accident involving a Toyota Hiace bus and a Corolla sports car along Airport Road in Ilorin. Abdul Wahid Bibere reports that the Toyota Hiace bus was carrying fuel, which ignited the moment the accident occurred.
5 persons were badly injured. 3 escaped unhurt, while 9 people unfortunately lost their lives.
They should appoint a traffic officer that will be here 24/7, because this accident is done once, it's not twice. It has been happening on several occasions.
Dare Oguntade, the Deputy Corps Commander, Operations of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Kwara Command, says the cause of the accident was reckless driving by the drivers. According to him, the command has intensified efforts towards enlightening the general public on the usage of roads and the risk of overspeeding.
If not for speed, that accident was quite avoidable. So we have been trying to preach at least to people for the need for them to actually realize that overspeeding will not take us to anywhere.
The injured victims, according to the FRSC, are responding to treatment at the General Hospital Ilorin. Abdul Wahid Bibire, NTA News.
Very sad. To Gombe State now, where successfully trained 500 youths under the At-Risk Children Program of the federal government have been concluded. Emmanuel Akida reports that the trained youths have been deployed to 11 local government areas of the state to serve as security, traffic and environmental officers.
Hundreds of youths roam the streets, many of them becoming criminals and perpetrators of social vices. To eradicate such negative tendencies, Gombe State government keys into the At-Risk Children Program and enrolled 500 young men and women and trained them to be productive members of the society.
GOSTEC is our own human-grown innovation aimed at harnessing the energies of our youth in building in line with our human capital development initiative.
This is really very, very encouraging.
The youths are thankful to the federal and state governments for the initiative for a better future.
The youth are out there without job, they have nothing to do, but with this initiative, I think he has done well, and we pray that God will grant him more wisdom so that he will uplift the youth of Gombe State.
It's a very good move from the governor of the state, because whenever you find out youths are out of school, have graduated from school and are not doing anything, it becomes a problem in the society.
Gombe State government intends to train 2,000 youths in batches of 500. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
And that ends the news from Abuja. And just again to remind you that the fight against rape and rapists is still raging on. To join us in this fight so you also can be a star. Now, Jennifer asked the question earlier on, how did our morals degenerate? A £1 million question she's trying to find answers to. Don't go away, she'll be back in just a moment.
My son, calm down now.
Why do you sweat like Amrova?
My uncle no go buy it. Uncle! What happened? Uncle, meet Andy. He has come to ask for my hand in marriage.
Good morning and good afternoon, sir. What about good night? Have you seen a movie? What nonsense.
Son, you are in control.
No, sir. It's my parents in the village. I'm doing a video call since they can't be here.
Glow Bracketed Plus is here. Existing Glow customers will get 400% bonus on every recharge and 100 MB data bonus on first recharge of the month. New Glow customers will get 1,000 Naira welcome bonus. To activate, buy a new Glow SIM today or dial *777# for existing Glow customers.
I am more than just an idea. I am alive, connected. I am part of an ecosystem, creating connections within an interactive and sustainable city. I am intentional about excellence, integrity, and efficiency. I am invested in building a sustainable future. I am committed to strategic partnerships and collaborations. I can be tough. And I can be tender. I take pride in delivering high standards. While there may be others, I am in a league of my own. I am more than just an idea. I am beloved. Who are you?
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make you calm down. If the farm say you sabi, you want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Distinguished candidates, registration for UTME and DE into Nigerian tertiary institutions begins February 19 to March 26, 2022. Each candidate must create a profile using only one mobile phone number To generate the profile code, simply send your NIN by SMS text to 55019 or 66019. A profile code of 10 characters and IBANS alert is received by the candidate for pre-registration checking. The profile code is presented to purchase the UTME and DE PIN. Registration fee is 3,500 naira for DE/UTME form, 500 naira for reading text, and 700 naira for CBT center charges. No other payment is required. Multiple registrations are not allowed. You can upgrade your UTME to DE at no cost. DE and UTME close same day, and there will be no date extension.
JAM, enhancing academic excellence.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Millions of Nigerians have received COVID-19 vaccine. I have taken my own. What about you? We have taken our own. What about you? I am strong and healthy. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We are strong and healthy. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go get, go get, go get, go and get your job. The hospitals, churches, and the mosques. Go and get your job. Health centers, hurry up now. Don't be late. Go and get your job. Bye-bye, Corona. Bye-bye, Corona. This message is brought to you by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA.
N-Build is a key component of N-Power. It is a broad-based skills acquisition and training scheme focusing on youth self-employment. This training is in Delta State.
The reason why I want to learn electrical is because I'm passionate. I have passion for it. Well, I've been seeing other people in television testifying about the MV, how after the program, how their life improved. So I believe after the section of mine will also improve. I want to say a very big thank you to the federal government for putting up this program for the unemployed youth. Instead of us to be staying at home waiting for our parents or husbands or our friends or relatives to help us. I want to say a very big thank you to them for helping me.
Welcome back. Now the Commissioner of Police Delta State, Ali Mohammed Are, has vowed that justice must be served in the case of a toddler who died from corporal punishment meted out to him in a private school in Anwai area close to Asaba, the Delta State capital. He said this in a press briefing jointly chaired with the State Commissioner of Information, Charles Aniagu. Let's join Onyinye Joshua Ifeanyi for update on the case.
Post-mortem examination will be carried out to ascertain, of course, the medical cause of death. But for now, as it were, it is alleged that it was a beating that killed the boy.
And we will ensure that the state government follow this matter to its logical conclusion, observing the tenets of the law.
Residents living within the school environment are living in palpable fear. Some parents have refused to send their little ones to school over the incident. Some of the children that were supposed to be in school now enjoy their mother's company at home, while some mothers went about their businesses carrying their toddlers instead of sending them to school. The affected school has been cordoned off by the state government. The family of late little Obinna are still wallowing in their loss, praying for justice.
Obinna was here. If you see him, even if you don't want to have a child, you got to have a child. And a fellow man like me took it away from me for no just cause. Sorry. Ogoma should fight for me because I don't have money, I don't have anybody to fight.
The State Commissioner of Basic Education, Chika Osai, said that the government is making arrangements to enroll the pupils of the affected school in other schools to ensure that the children continue with their studies.
Just as you have seen here, the environment is not also too conducive for teaching and learning. And of course, we also said, I find out that the school is an approved school. We are not aware of it, and I strongly believe that those schools that are registered in Delta State will have measures to monitor them and monitor their activities.
Posters of late Little Obinna were pasted at the gate of the school, calling for justice.
To ensure a case like this does not reoccur anywhere in the nation, an awareness campaign is needed. There are other ways to correct toddlers without corporal punishment. Now, a victim of alleged assassination is currently receiving treatment in Government Hospital, Ebu Oshimile North local government area of Delta State. Godfrey Nzekwe, who visited the scene of the incident, tells us more. Now, viewer discretion is advised.
This is the place in Elem, in Ishan Southeast local government area of Edo State, where the unfortunate incident took place. The victim, Ahmed Godwin, came back from Asaba after a relations child dedication service that fateful day to stay with the children who lost their mother September last year. According to the victim, he was attacked around 10 p.m. by 3 men who came with their faces covered.
Just about 10 o'clock, a small boy, was going after watching television. Then he met them on the road. He was afraid. He ran back because they are on marks. And they follow him immediately, 3 of them. They burst inside my house. I was surprised. Before I would know it, they gripped me, started beating me. But to the extent they cut off my hand. They went, threw me across the road. They threw me there. They were thinking that I'm already dead.
We discovered that he had a complete amputation of the left forearm. So we saw that he was in a near shock situation because ideally it was supposed to be an orthopedic case. Because life was involved, he was almost in shock, so we had to stabilize him.
The wife of the victim was strangled towards the end of last year by a man described as her ex-husband. Could this mean that some people are after this family?
They don't use leg, kick the door. And I say, waiting, I do now. Before we go know, me myself, I they drag small children, they carry on, enter inside house. Before I go know, they don't follow the man. The man say, "Mona wait first, May they settle this. They say no, not be settlement. They come for say na key, now they come for."
This is the head of the vigilante group in Ebu, Delta State, who confirmed that a suspect was arrested that same night by his men and handed over to the police in Akukwibo. He accompanied the NTA crew to the police, where the DPO referred the press to police headquarters, Asaba. However, the man who is being suspected to have committed the crime was alleged to have escaped from the police custody.
But he was supposed to have transferred that suspect immediately, realizing, of course, the fact that he might not have a very good detention camp. Should have brought him here, because that was a very heinous crime by excellence. Not to allow the man there and be telling us this story that the man escaped. How?
The victim is, however, responding to treatment.
Escaped? We need to be very vigilant. The concept of charity begins at home seems to have lost its meaning and relevance in modern society. This concept is embedded in values reorientation, which forms foundation for proper upbringing, of which many of us are beneficiaries. Alika Okwanachi Aruwa investigates the missing link, how the reversal of the old cherished concept could be made to impact and mold the negative character currently being exhibited by the younger generation.
There's any topical issue that is rampant and dominating everyday discussion and creating waves in the media daily, it is the problem of moral decadence among the youths. In fact, the problem, which was gradual in bits, has now attained the level that can be described as an incurable disease, the tentacles of which have spread to the nooks and crannies of the country. Do we begin from the high level of drug abuse, drug trafficking, robbery to ritual killings? What of that of Yahoo to Yahoo Plus, all for the pursuit of material wealth? Opinions concerning the root cause of these problems are numerous. Some believed it is the consequence of too much exposure to social media and foreign culture, while others blamed the lackadaisical attitude of parents towards the upbringing of the wards. Hence the adage, charity begins at home.
Children upbringing is the responsibility of the parents. The school is just an addendum. The church is just an addendum. The mosque is just an addendum.
I know there's peer pressure out there, but by the time the child remembers what the parent has said, I remember when I was a child, I know my mom, she always wake me up at night and talk to me. So even when I was in school, the peer pressure came, so it didn't make me drift.
Whatever the case may be, opinion polls reveal many more reasons that may have contributed to the growth and increase in the wave of immoral behavior among the youths.
The get-rich syndrome that is happening everywhere is because of redundancy. These young people's talents have not been positively invested in terms of development, in terms of practicing what they have learned in school. So they find other means to do other things that are negative.
To address the problem and find solutions to it, expert says there is need to censor content available for children to watch. While schools and parents must double their efforts, governments and religious institutions also have roles to play.
We need to come back and know that teaching profession is a noble profession. But we believe the teacher cannot do it alone. There should be a collaboration between us, both the teacher, the parents, and the community in general.
Advocacy groups are calling on parents to mentor and educate their wards right from childhood on the need for proper moral conscience and the fear of God.
From the perspective of the church, it appears that we have lost a sense of family ministry. Ministry is now not targeted towards the family. Bridging this gap will require concerted effort. Look, deliberate effort.
Beginning with the leadership. Leadership is responsibility, and to make laws and ensure that those laws are obeyed so that community can be wholesome and complete. So if people commit crimes, they have to be punished.
While the most important message is for the youth to try as much as possible to regain their sense of moral judgment, many others advocate the need to revert to the days when the community and the society at large contributes to the upbringing of a child. As the saying goes, it takes a village.
On the family and the school, the elites and celebrities need to quit unnecessary show of affluence and reach out to people around them with positive examples. A 25-year-old youth in Sokoto State, Mansour Bello, has invented a solar alarm device capable of alerting farmers to water their plants whenever the soil dries up. Now we can see that we have young people who are doing great things. Dalhatu Abdullahi leads us to see what the device looks like and how it works.
Sokoto is one of the warmest regions in Nigeria, with an average daily high temperature of 37 degrees centigrade. The state has a hot semi-arid climate, and it is located in the dry Sahel surrounded by sandy savanna and isolated hills. Most of the times, weather conditions in Sokoto State badly affects wet and dry season farming because rainfall rarely lasts long while springs dry up during summer. The variability of weather conditions in Sokoto State informed the curiosity and the decision of a 25-year-old Mansour Bello to research and invent a solar alarm device capable of alerting a farmer when to water his plants. He holds national diploma in electrical and electronics engineering even before going to Umaru Ali Shinkafi Polytechnic Sokoto for his national diploma. Mansour Bello had developed interest in creating devices. In 2021, Mansour Bello invented a solar alarm device that can be used to detect the dryness of soil and by extension alert a farmer to know when to water his plants.
To yanzu shikenan ta yi shiru da kanta
Mansour said his vision is to improve and massively produce the alarm device for the benefit of the irrigation farmers.
Even those developing countries in the world like China, US, UK and others, they start from the grassroots. So when government assists the talented people, they will help to provide jobs opportunities to the especially youths.
Mansour Bello holds certificates in solar installation and repairs, certificate in inverter repairs, and certificate in solar fridge installation and maintenance.
Wow, superb idea and invention. Very strategic. Now, we have shown lots of unique innovations on Newsline, and we hope relevant authorities are following up on them. Now to Mammy Market. Military formations across Nigeria have one common feature: the Mammy Market. It is a place where military officers, other ranks, and civilians buy their day-to-day essentials in the confines of the barracks. Despite the popularity of the Mammy Market, many people do not know its history or origin. Blessing Omeche Ebute took a trip to the ancient town of Otukpo and brings us a first-hand encounter with the living legend Mammy, who the market is named after.
Mammy Market, a non-formal feature of all military and paramilitary formations across the country, has remained a source of livelihood to many families as they generate their daily incomes. For the patronizers of the market, its presence eases the burden of having to drive or trek long distances to access other markets. As popular as the name is, only a few know the origin of its name, Mammy. To unravel the mystery and verify claims about the origin of the name, Newsline crew took a trip to Otukpo to meet Mama Mammy Ochefu, wife of former governor of Old East Central States, now late Colonel Anthony Ochefu. Mama was born on the 30th of June 1946 in Jericho, Ogboju, in the present Otukpo local government area of Benue State, and got married at the tender age of 14. She joined her husband, a non-commissioned military officer, in Abakpa Barracks, Enugu State in 1954. To beat idleness, young Mammy engaged in the production and sale of enyi, popularly called kunu.
When I got married, then we have no child then. So I was making enyi, carry all over the worker for Balak. So the Hassan Kasina, he said, we are making this enyi, they bring fly for the company, I should not make again. So Hassan Kasina called me, show me a place where I could make the enyi. I should make the enyi, I'll go and stay there and sell it. And then when we moved from, the first time we moved from Kaduna, we go to Ibadan, I started making my main market. They give me a place. From then Enugu, I started. From then Lagos, I started. Zaria, I started. So all over the place. That's why I formed Mammy Market. So where Mammy Market, Belinje Mammy Market in Shakuno.
Presently, Mama Mammy engages in farming and rearing of livestock for domestic use. She says her greatest desire is to get a public recognition as the originator of Mammy markets across the various military barracks in the country.
So they should recognize me. When I form all the market, nobody pay me, and everybody have taken over the shop. You know, when I went, I'll make a shop. When I come out, I'll make a shop. And all of them, the army, Nigerian, the barrack, nobody recognized me, and I'm not happy with them.
81-year-old, yet Mama Mammy is still strong and fun to be with.
Wow, she sure needs to be recognized. I am sure many people before now did not know the history of Mammy Market. Thank you, Blessing, for that report. We'll take our first break. Newsline continues shortly.
Abdulaziz Yari is a unifier. As chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, he united the factions, irrespective of party affiliation. He engineered an understanding between the president and opposition governors for good governance of our country. As a member of the Democratic People's Movement, DPM, in 1995, Yari sacrificed his personal ambitions for the party. And as pioneer member of the All People's Party APP, Abdulaziz Yari helped it win the governorship election in Zamfara State in 1999. From being party secretary to being party chairman in Zamfara State, Yari oversaw constant victories for the APP-ANPP before becoming a federal legislator in 2007. As a member of the All Progressives Congress from inception and a party loyalist to the core, Dr. Abdulaziz Yari is the bridge builder for this season. Let's unite our party for the battles ahead. Let's choose Yari, a leader we can trust. Dr. Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, charting a new course for the All Progressives Congress.
If I buy this bully, now trekking be my portion. What do people like say they happen for there? Almost level. No darling, after all of us now visit door. Oh boy, now me the one place with 7 times a woof. Bros don't get 5 times a woof. And this I don't collect 6 times a woof. This one now, woof everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, turn up a woof with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Bobby, make una show.
The Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, invites stakeholders to a town hall meeting to highlight the achievements of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in infrastructure development nationwide. The key sectors in focus at the town hall meeting are works and housing, power, and finance. The event is scheduled as follows. Date, Tuesday, 22nd of February, 2022. Venue, the Nigerian Air Force Conference Center along Banex Jabi Road, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. Please note that all COVID-19 protocols will be fully observed. For further information, please call Samuel on 080-88006035, Lucky on 08169858109.
At the heart of your waking up and going out is your desire to succeed. This keeps you awake, running through your mind, even when bathing. At Bedmate, we understand and remain your partners in providing you durable furniture that helps you work better and introduces you as a person of good taste. That's why from 13 January to 20 February 2022, you can own items in a Sophia Office series at incredible discounts of 20% off with amazing gifts too. Hurry now to our showrooms to enjoy this limited offer like many others needing high-performance work tools to success.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
I am always thinking about your well-being, so when I learned that 7 out of 10 children in Nigeria are iron deficient and this slows their growth, affects learning, and can cause anemia, I got worried.
Mom is right. 1 sachet of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus a day provides 50% of your child's daily iron needs to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
Welcome back. It was a gathering of the creme de la creme of the society as they converged at the ancient city of Cano to celebrate with the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, as he gave out his daughter Hafsat's hand in marriage. Muhammad Ali reports that the wedding fatia took place at the famous Umar bin Khattab Jumat Mosque, Cano.
This agreement set the marriage rites of a beautiful beginning between the representatives of Ahmed Idris and Lawal Badamasi's family, led by Imam Yahya Tunku, after the payment of 100,000 naira as bride price. Personalities in attendance include serving and past governors, members of the National Assembly, Minister of Defense Bashir Salihi Magashi, Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed, represented by the General Manager NTA Cano Kelani Yusuf, traditional rulers, business community, representative of the Director General NTA Sani Yusuf Hanga, among others. Shortly after the wedding, the Accountant General of the Federation hosts his visitors to a warm reception.
They should always conceal whatever they think is for them alone. Never let other person knows whatever they are doing.
Patience, without end.
We would like to wish the couple a very, very successful marriage, and that they will have as many children as they both desire to have.
I want to advise them to be patient with each other, to trust each other, and to try and communicate with each other at all times.
Children too should strive to emulate the good deeds the father has done, and we wish them a happy married life.
With patience, so that they will grow into old age just like their parents have been successful in marriage.
We thank you all for being there for us. This is not the first time. This is almost an extension of the gesture that we have received from friends, well-wishers, and general public on events like this.
The bride, Hafsat, has every reason to celebrate with her husband.
We're so happy, and thanks to God.
I'm really excited, I'm really happy, and I'm glad, I'm honored.
The remarkable union between Ahmed Idris and his bosom friend will continue to be remembered by the two families.
Blessings and bliss. Now to another wedding. The predominantly agrarian community of Zuru town, home of the famous Dakarawa clan, came alive last Friday, 18th February 2022. Their revered monarch, General Muhammad Sani Sami Gomu II, gave out his daughter, Princess Samira, in marriage to a heartthrob, Musa Ibrahim Manga. The occasion was well attended by the top political and business class, including royalties. Usman Abdullahi Shehu takes it from here.
that prayer by Sheikh Abdurrahman Hamza is what sealed the contract confirming Musa Ibrahim Manga and Samira Muhammad Sani Sami as husband and wife, in line with the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State gave out the bride Samira on behalf of the Gomo II family after the payment of 100,000 naira dowry, a ritual necessary in any Islamic wedding. The wedding was no doubt a roll call of political and business class, as well as royalty, with the National Assembly represented by Senator Yahya Abdullahi. President Muhammadu Buhari was represented by the Minister of Police Affairs, Muhammadu Moigaridin Gyadi.
They have already now been as husband and wife, and we expect them to love one another and to ensure that nobody comes in between them. What is important in marriage is patience, perseverance, and trust between husband and wife.
We wish them, as we do wish everyone, a successful marriage that will make them happy with each other, make them a role model for others.
Let them have faith in God, and they should know that they don't have any partner other than themselves.
Then came the royal council to the young couple from the Emir of Zuru, General Sani Sami Gomo II.
The couple should know that marriage is not a joke. Once you are married, you should be able to stay together happily and build your home together.
Today is my happiest day. Actually, it's a day that we've been waiting for. We worked so hard to see the day, and finally God have succeeded, giving us the chance to see today. We are so happy.
Congratulations to the couple and His Royal Highness, General Mohammed Sani Sami Gomo II. Now, Alhaji Bama Garba, popularly known as ABG, is a household name with remarkable pioneering role cutting across many businesses, including satellite television services, to the admiration and comfort of Nigerians. At the celebration of his 80th birthday in Kaduna, family members, friends, and associates came together in grand style to celebrate and appreciate God for the life of the octogenarian. Suleiman Riga Chinku reports.
Alhaji Bawa Garba is a man of many parts, an entrepreneur, trendsetter, and philanthropist. In early 80s and 90s, he ventured into the business of satellite television and cable transmission as one of the first investors from sub-Saharan Africa. In fact, from this edifice at the Ungwarma Azu community of Nnamdi Azikiwe Bypass Kaduna was beehive of activities and source of employment for scores of people.
It's a great opportunity to serve under Dr. Alhaji Bawa Garba.
The popular ABG cable satellite transmission across many homes was coordinated here with branches throughout Nigeria. His business acumen, which started early in life, saw him achieved a lot.
The history of Kaduna International Trade Fair will not be complete without you being the founder. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
What was your...
With only 10,000 naira I started. And it was flagged up 18 February 1979. by late Air Marshal Alpha, who was then administrator of Kaduna. Today, it is about more than 43 years, and the fair is still in existence. Although patronage is not like before, yes, it has to be so because the entire economy of the world have changed, not only Nigeria. So it will not be the same as before. And we have every hope that many people will take over from us and make it successful.
To celebrate this accomplished entrepreneurship and contribution to national development is the reason for coming together by the people.
We are lucky to have been brought into this world through a home where the head of the home
is a struggling father, a man of principles. I believe that's what's kept him going all this while.
My dad is someone that teaches me about to go for something, to have resilience, and to always never give up, you know? And when there's a problem, to always look at the solution.
In Kaduna and Nigeria, everybody knew about Blankpot. He started it and people came and carried on. So he's the father of it. All this media we have, private and everything, all came behind ABG.
Alhaji Bawa Garba expressed gratitude to Almighty Allah for blessings across many areas of human needs. His best moments, he says, is feeling at home in the midst of family members, even as he attends 80th birthday.
Happy birthday, Alhaji Bawa Garba. We celebrate with you. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps has been commended for its various achievements and developmental initiatives over the years towards ensuring safety and sanity on Nigerian roads. This formed part of the encomiums showered on the FRSC as the Corps celebrated 34 years. Oyeyemi Ajayi reports that NTA was honored with corporate award for its long-time support to the Corps.
Celebration of good life. Celebration of good 34 years of impactful activities towards national development and safety on Nigerian roads. Established in 1988, the Federal Road Safety Corps saddled with the responsibility of reducing road crashes in Nigeria with zero road crash targets.
There were times when Nigeria was considered one of the most dangerous countries in the world to drive a vehicle, hence the Corps was established. Today, to the glory of God, I'm happy to inform us that the classmate has been able to significantly scale down the number of road traffic crashes from 28,000 to 15 in 1987 to 13,027 as at 2021. This represents 54% reduction.
Marking the 34th year anniversary of the road safety consciousness in Nigeria, different organizations, individuals and stakeholders in the road transport industry were recognized and honored for their support and cooperation, including the Nigerian Television Authority. The Director General, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed himself, received the corporate award. Your humble correspondent was also recognized as FRSC media personality.
So we have a responsibility in NTA to support the Federal Road Safety Corps. What we've been doing, we've been doing our work, and it is a great thing of joy to know that the little we are doing is appreciated, hence this award.
Their neatness is one thing that you cannot but appreciate. Both their vehicles, both the way they confront themselves.
I'm very excited because, we have been having commercial. But this man is a special man. Why? He always tries to protect life and property.
If you see the work the Federal Road Safety Corps is doing, it's reducing accident.
The Corps was advised not to relent on its oars and initiatives of making Nigerian roads safe with zero road crashes, and it maintains being the leading road safety agency in Nigeria.
Congratulations, FRSC. The NTA will always support efforts and initiatives to make our roads safer. Time for a break. We'll be back.
There's a drop of goodness in everyone. Share goodness with someone today. Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
I am always thinking about your well-being, so when I learned that 7 out of 10 children in Nigeria are iron deficient and this slows their growth, affects learning, and can cause anemia, I got worried.
Mom is right. 1 sachet of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus a day provides 50% of your child's daily iron need to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Does your toothpaste give you complete fresh protection? New Close-Up Toothpaste Complete Fresh Protection takes care of your 5 important oral care needs. It gives you strong teeth, prevents tooth holes, cleans deeply, fights bacteria, and gives you fresh breath. Complete fresh protection from Close-Up.
1, 2, 3.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
You know, everything in life has a recipe.
Really?
Yes, dear. Like the recipe to rule a great empire. The recipe to be the best of the best. The recipe to grow big and thrive. Recipe to lead the world. Every recipe is about making what you want from what you have.
So, I have the recipe to be whatever I want.
Exactly. You have the recipe. What will you make?
Nestle. Good food, good life.
Man, get as it be. We dey find work, but sometimes even the package, no gree package, it dey frustrate. But with Trophy Lager beer and your honorables we go help you package, everything fit balance. Even when everything no gree balance, your honorables go still stand by you. Whether na night or day, no matter the condition, your honorables go still stand by you. So that when the package don't finally set, everybody safe go gree. But no forget your honorables, the ones we stand by you. Now them must stay when you won't lick mouth. Because now who stand by you be your honorable.
Since 1971, Nigeria's foremost human capital development institution, the Industrial Training Fund, ITF, has been at the forefront of equipping Nigerians with skills for national growth. Today's ITF has repositioned and refocused its programs, forging new partnerships locally and internationally to effectively deliver on its mandate. With 37 area offices and 5 industrial skills training centers across the country, ITF is pushing to reduce unemployment by providing relevant technical and vocational skills for employability and entrepreneurship in diverse trades and crafts. Whether you're a public or private organization seeking to improve the skills of your personnel or an individual looking to acquire skills that will increase your chances of employment or even to help start your own business, today's ITF has a program for you. Speak to us today. Contact our area offices nationwide or visit our website www.itf.gov.ng. ITF, developing the nation's human resource.
Black, it's not dark, it's bright. Black is bold. Black is every color, all together. My thing, your thing, our thing mixed together. Black shines brightly. Drink it in.
Welcome back. As a known tourism destination in Nigeria and in line with the popular slogan of the town Calabar, which is come and live and be at rest, tourists and fun lovers often return to the city over and over again. This was evident as most bikers across the country thronged the city in different styles and stunts, engaging spectators to fun and excitement. More so, residents also took time out to appreciate exhibitions of amphibious vehicles, hosting of floating restaurants and beach party, as well as the African Musical Festival at Las Vegas. Paul Abel, who was there for Newsline, reports that veteran comedian Gordons and music stars like Duncan Mighty made the show a memorable one.
Indeed, love is made in Calabar because the people of Cross River State are the best that can express emotion, empathy, love, care, attention, and everything that goes with humanity.
With the Bikers Parade over, attention now shifted to the event tagged Love is Made in Calabar, as the show started with a drive by the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism with a foreign investor in one of the amphibious vehicles from the Marina Resort to Las Vegas, a new city across Calabar River under construction. With the 9 foreigners, music enthusiasts and fun seekers scrambled to gain access to the badge to partake in the floating restaurant and party with Las Vegas as destination point. Home artists like Charlotte the Box, Efium Trombone, Big Daddy, Asare, Real P. Ajaba, among others, thrilled guests. Veteran comedian Gordons was also on hand to spice the event.
Your plane is the highest place where holiness is practiced. All this kind of is to
Calabar boy and the Krukere master, Inyanya, Port Harcourt boy, Duncan Mighty, and the Igbiri Papa one of Bielsa, Timaya, sent the crowd and guests on a frenzy.
This kind of fun, you only get it in Cross River. You only get it in Calabar. This is like not Africa, but Africa is beautiful.
A floating restaurant for the first time in my life is something I cannot forget. Wow, Calabar is the best place to be in Nigeria. Cross River State is gifted with a lot of beautiful places.
New development, and as you can see, everyone is having so much fun.
And I know that love is made in Calabar, so every reason to be here, and I'm grateful.
Calabar is indeed a wonderful tourist destination. It is fun round the clock. For decades, unique attractions exemplifying northern city of Funtua in Katsina State have been celebrated by the people. The area is a bubbling melting pot and shares common perspectives of prosperous contribution to cottage agricultural processing investments. Hamza Markafi recently visited and filed this report.
I am attracted first by one of the unique landmarks strategically located in the city center, popularly known as Dus and Funtua. Climbing with stamina pose no challenge.
Yes, it can never be doubted. The higher you go, the cooler it becomes, and perhaps the more breeze you experience.
Behold, from the elevation, You appreciate what was established from the days as vibrant city of industrial and commercial activities. As you come down and meeting a group of elderly people, the slogan of Funtua alluding to the natural phenomenon and welcoming disposition of the people as well as its prosperity is recurring in conversation. Sarkin Maska and District Head Funtua, Sambo Idris Sambo, says the town prides itself with hospitality, prosperity and harmonious coexistence among Nigerians.
People from the west, the east, the northwest and from all over are habiting here. So that is what made the Funtua attractive. But at least Funtua started from Maska.
To learn more, I traversed to the palace of Yoruba community leader Murtala Sani Adeleke, and his secretary Manrir Sani Rotimi received me on his behalf.
Since when I was born, I came here, I didn't even hear anybody between Yorubas and Hausa here. We understand each other with actual mutual understanding.
Similarly, in another part of the town, John Nwandim, popularly known as Sea Divine, who lost part of his wealth to some unforeseen circumstances, is optimistic about making it a life again.
If you look around, you can see new structures coming up, beautifying Funtua, showing that greater things are ahead. So we believe God, all will be well.
All the tribes in Funtua are living peaceful. We don't have any problem in Funtua.
The railway line from Zaria linking the town facilitated trade and commercial activities. In fact, Funtua was made headquarters of British Cotton Growers Association. The legendary singer let Mammy Shata Kisina, who made invaluable contribution to development of Hausa language, made Funtua his home. The legacy lives on in Mukhtar Mamman Shata. He appealed to stakeholders to immortalize the late Shata by turning his Funtua house into a research center.
Worth celebrating indeed. Now, if current realities on ground are anything to go by, there is no human endeavor that is still regarded as an exclusive preserve of men. Saibatu Muhammad, one of the few female drummers in Hausa land, is making waves in this male-dominated profession as the official drummer of the Emir of Argungu, Kebbi State, Samaila Mohammed Mera. Abubakar reports on how she got into it, among other issues worthy of sharing. His report.
It is only my grandfather nicknamed Garangami who can behave mischievously in front of the Emir and even be rewarded by the same Emir.
That was Aviation Muhammad, fondly called Lando, a familiar name in one of the famous traditional institutions in northern Nigeria, Argungu Emirate. The melody she is creating anytime she beats the drum is convincing enough to a beholder that she is a master in that game. Away from this is the question of how she found herself becoming a drummer, a profession that is dominated by the men folk in this part of Nigeria.
I inherited this from my grandfather, who was the chief drummer to the late Emir of Argungu. I am into this drumming to take off from where my grandfather stopped. Every Thursday, I was told, and Friday, my grandfather will play the drums for the father of the present Emir.
Lando speaks on the personality she only beats her drum for and why.
I only beat the drum for the Emir of Argungu, just him alone, as I don't beat it to anybody, no matter his status. But I can beat the drum to honor emirs whenever they come visiting Emir of Argungu.
When asked if she is desirous of having one of her children taken off to that profession, her reply is convincing enough.
Why not? I have 2 children that are staying with me. They are my blood relations. I move around with them to see what I am doing. I am happy. They are now know how to beat the drum.
On how the drum is repaired in the event of damage, Sebatu has this to say.
Well, the drum is actually made by those whose specialty is making them. I buy the stock as soon as it is made. But I tell you, I can repair it myself anytime I noticed its sound quality is fading.
Is Sebatu thinking of retiring one day?
Considering the fact that nobody forced me into this profession, I don't think I am retiring anytime soon. Even if I get sweeter wanting to marry me, I can only say yes if he agrees to allow me to remain a drummer, but exclusively for the Emma of Argungu.
Galadima Kabi, Murtala Muhammad Galadima, comments on how Sebatu's work is viewed within the palace, most especially by its head, Ismaila Muhammad Mera.
It is the exclusive preserve of the Emma of Argungu to appoint and coronate whosoever is Lando, and decorate him or her with the paraphernalia of the position, merely to show appreciation and satisfaction to the service they render to the emirate.
Women are shattering the ceiling day by day. Our last commercial break is on cue and the director is waiting to roll.
Well-being. So when I learned that 7 out of 10 children in Nigeria are iron deficient, and this slows their growth, affects learning, and can cause anemia, I got worried.
Mom is right. 1 sachet of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus a day provides 50% of your child's daily iron need to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Judges of Nigerian Idol Season 7 are ready. The stage is set, and now it's time for you to impress.
Nigerian Idol Season 7, showing every Sunday on Africa Magic Urban and Family. Proudly sponsored by Biggie Drinks, Nigeria's favorite, and Binance. Exchange the world.
Welcome back. Now, for ages, traditional marks, sage or zube in Hausa, used to be the easiest means to identify an indigene of famous Argungu Emirate in Kebbi State. So distinctive as it was that such a person can easily be identified by his fellow brother when seen anywhere on the planet. What is the history behind such a tradition, its classification and relevance? Is the tradition still in practice? Abubakar in Argungu, Kebbi State has answers to these questions.
Traditional mark on the 2 sides of the face all across the historically important Argungu Emirate in Hausa land is a cultural practice which has played a significant role in the preservation of the heritage common among such a people. To say the least, it serves as the quickest and easiest means to identify who is from the emirate and who is not. In the Kavi Kingdom, considered the domain of Argungu, tradition has it that there are 4 major kinds of traditional marks known as Age or Zube among the Hausas. The Lekanchi, identified with the Lekayawa, one of the ruling clans of the emirate, and tells the person having 10 carefully arranged marks on the right cheek and 9 on the left cheek. The Kabanchi type of mark is that where a person has 8 marks on the right cheek with 7 marks on the left. Arauti, on the other hand, entails a person having 2 distinctive marks each on his cheeks. The last in the type of marks popular within the inhabitants of the emirate is Barbarati, where its bearer has 6 marks on the right cheek against 5 on the left cheek. Malam Yakubu Bagaye Warkla speak on the historical origin of such marks.
Oral tradition has it that traditional marks dates back to many centuries in Kebiland. Kabawa by tradition are mainly fishermen and rice farmers, and those occupations entail dealing with a lot of water, necessitating for women to live out their children in it. To avoid cases of mistaken identity, the marks were introduced so that a nursing mother does not have her child replaced for whatever reason.
On the classification of the marks, the Warkila has this to say.
History had it that Gobirawa and Zamfarawa, now in Sokoto and Zamfara states, famous for such marks, used to share a common boundary with Kabawa, now in Kebbi state. Each has its type of mark being adorned by people in those days and in some rare cases nowadays.
Is the culture still in practice? Is another question put to the chief historian of the Argungu Emirate.
To be honest with you, the reasons that have necessitated a child having a mark in those days are no longer in existence nowadays. More so, Kebbi, being a society that is largely influenced by Islam, no longer believe in such superstitious beliefs, hence the reason for the gradual disappearance of the practice.
What is the feeling among those whose faces are adorned with such distinctive features is the question put to some of them.
I have never felt bothered that I have it on my face. In fact, it gives me a feeling of distinction and identity wherever I find myself. Looking at my face, I don't have to tell anybody that I am a royalist who is proud of her origin and identity. As a Balakai, I feel proud that I have 10 marks on the right cheek and 9 on the left. This gives me a distinctive identity as a royal member of the Argungu Emirate.
Modernity, it is said, is no respecter of culture or tradition all across the globe. The gradual disappearance of the traditional marks on the faces of some people nowadays is, to say the least, not unexpected.
Well, I'll say culture and tradition sometimes evolve. Now, there are abundant species in rivers, seas, and oceans the world over. One of them is Littorina littoria, commonly known as periwinkle. It is a species of small edible sea snails. Benny Achibong, in this special report, highlights the nutritional content and benefits of the small marine snail.
Gastropod mollusk that has gills, known as periwinkle, is a form of sea life which contains tannin that binds fluid in the body and regarded as food by humans. Medical experts speak on health benefits of the small marine snail.
In terms of protein that flesh animal source protein gives, on the average, 100 grams of animal source food can give about 20 grams of protein, and periwinkle can give you close to that, about 18 grams of protein. So it's also a rich protein source, and then it's a rich source of potassium, and it's not fatty. So that also is an advantage.
Periwinkle in the riverine area is used for special delicacies ranging from ekpangkokwoto and soups such as erikangikong abak, isam soup, and okwawafang. The latest trend is a periwinkle preparation with stockfish or pomo that can go with tapioca mallywood or drinks.
If you want to enjoy your palm wine, is to get periwinkle. Get periwinkle. It's very, you will enjoy it so much. A lot of sauce, pepperish. I took her down to this place because he says you want to enjoy our local delicacy. So I said, okay, there's a place we used to take a local delicacy and they call it duffing in our language. But in English, we call it periwinkle. She can tell you that she's enjoying herself.
The edible aquatic food can be used with or without shells. It serves as a source of livelihood for many. Periwinkle is a lucrative stock in trade as the shell and fleshy parts are sellable for various reasons. It is also used as concrete embankment to check erosion.
I always advocate this corridor every day. I have so many customers, and I always tell them, I prepare well.
It gives us blood, so many things, and again, we can't waste the shell.
Yes.
I know they can use this Periwinkle shell to produce something like glass.
With all of these lessons, get ready for the many good parts of the Periwinkle, and don't forget to purchase so much for your next meal.
Periwinkle in soup, delicious. And there's a study that shows that periwinkles are not just super rich in protein, but they are also loaded with benefits, other benefits, including the ability to detoxify themselves. Now, this is where we'll end this episode of Newsline. Thank you for coming on board. Until we meet again Sunday next week, good night.
NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
We want to talk about rights, there are obligations. I'm not saying that this government is a saint, very far from it.